Choosing a reel for your still water fishing. When I say still water, I mean small still waters like this behind me. I'm here today at Eleanor, Northamptonshire. Other big waters as well. When you're out in a boat or maybe a wild water, you're looking for a reel that's very sturdy, far bigger than what you would use for your river fishing. Something like this. This is a True Fly SLA. And what it is nowadays we tend to use large arbor reels. A large arbor reel, unlike the reels of old, has got a large spool diameter. You can see there the big space. In the olden days, where this drag barrel was, that would actually be your reel. Now if you can imagine putting your line around that, if a fish was to pull that off or you pull it off to cast, because it's been wound so tight, you're going to get coils. That's called line memory. It's not very good when you're fishing. You want a nice straight line for your fishing, hence you use large arbor reels. The other key thing with this one is, you've got different things that we can look at. We can see here, we've got a plus and minus. This is our drag. Now one of the problems we've got these days is because we tend to play a lot of fish off the reel, if your drag's set too loose, it'll just keep going. You end up with a mess like that. So it's important you've got a drag system in place that is efficient, but also it's got enough power there should you need it. That's what happens when you overspill your drag. There we go, we're sorted now. It should have enough power. Should you need it, you just tighten everything up. And if you get a decent fish, and let's be honest, when we're fishing some of the reservoirs that we fish here in the UK, if you get a decent fish and it pulls, it can pull fast, it can pull hard, and you can see that that's slow and steady. Now that's a good drag set for a good fish. If we really want to crank it up, we're talking predatory fish here, lock it up nice and tight. But what you'll see is there's very little inertia, and inertia is your startup. There's very little from that original pull to the drag kicking in, nothing, straight away, practically straight away. So that's why your drag's very important. So a large arbor, lots of backing on there, lots of fly line, no tangles, which is very important, and a good drag system. Now one of the benefits of this reel, and quite a few of the reels that are on the market these days, is we can quickly change spools. Now you imagine in a competition fishing environment, your boat partner's catching loads and you're not catching any, you need to change line to whatever he's using. Simply a case of turning the screw here, this is you're looking at, lifting the cassette or the cage off the reel, and it just pulls off. A little bit of movement, pull, off. Now that's supposed to be tight because you don't want the thing falling off. I've got two marrying up looking guys there. You can see the little red dots. New reel goes in, slips of the reel. You can hear that just clicking there, clicks in place. Back into the spool drum, tighten up that looking nut. That's you're good to go. You've basically changed lines, you're ready to fish in a fraction of a second. Unlike the old reels of old, we have to take everything off and start from scratch again. Spare spools, large arbor, good drag system. Absolutely spot on. And you can, if you wish, put your own line identification system on the reels, or you can use a spool band. But that's what you need if you're going to be tackling still waters in the UK. Nice reel, solid with a good drag, more importantly that large arbor. Something to bear in mind next time you go choosing a fly reel.